What is going on, everybody? It's Alex back with another video, and today I want to talk about my thoughts on Call of Duty Modern Warfare. As you can see from the title, you know that I'm going to be making a lot of bold claims in this video. I really do think that Call of Duty Modern Warfare is going to revive the Call of Duty franchise. Now, for whatever reason, making a video like this, it's going to attract a lot of Call of Duty haters, and I do want to get it out of the way that this video is not necessarily trying to change someone's mind. If you hate the idea of Call of Duty, this video probably isn't going to do anything for you, but what I'm trying to do is explain why I really do think that this is going to kind of revive Call of Duty and bring it back into the player base. Now, you guys all know this. Over the past few years, Call of Duty has been on a steady decline. It peaked in player counts at Modern Warfare 3, and there were a few other Call of Duties that were good after that. I mean, Black Ops 2 is one of my favorite Call of Duties of all time, but it's no surprise that there weren't as many players in that game than there were in some of the previous ones. Especially once Call of Duty started going futuristic and things of that sort, it seems like they really lost, their idea of what Call of Duty should be, and it just hasn't really recovered. It is important to note that Black Ops 4 was a step in the right direction. It wasn't as bad as some of the previous ones. A lot of people seem to enjoy it. I personally enjoyed the multiplayer a lot more than some of the recent ones. It definitely wasn't able to keep my attention for a long period of time, but I feel like it was at least a step in the right direction. Unfortunately, it got demolished by all the monetization, really the scamming at this point. We won't get into that, but the monetizations of this game really ruined it in my opinion, and honestly, a lot of other people's opinion. At this point, Call of Duty is really running out of chances to become the juggernaut that it used to be. I think it still has the opportunity to get back to that point, but I think they're really losing their chances. It seems like every year people are so optimistic about the next Call of Duty, and they're saying, oh, this is going to be the next big thing, it's going to bring it back, but honestly, there hasn't ever really been a reason to believe that. However, this year it really seems like they're doing something completely different, and I genuinely feel like this could be the year that it brings things back. So starting off, getting into why I believe this game could actually bring Call of Duty back is that it's not a Battle Royale. This is an arena shooter. Looks like it's going to be more focused on kind of tactical gameplay, but this is a quick, fast-paced arena shooter that honestly looks like it's bringing it back to some of the older Call of Duty vibes. In terms of fundamentals and mechanics, this game doesn't really look like it's that much different than some of the best Call of Duties that we've seen out there. It looks like they're bringing it back to the basics and giving players what they've been asking for a long time. Especially, it looks like they're catering towards the old school Call of Duty fans that really haven't been catered to at all since like Black Ops 2. Now, I do want to note that there is a rumor surfacing right now that is saying that there will be a Battle Royale included with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and honestly, this doesn't change my point at all, because at the end of the day, there's a large focus on multiplayer. If there is a Battle Royale mode, fine, awesome. I'm probably going to check it out. I'm probably going to play it from time to time, but this game is definitely focused on the normal arena shooter that they are known for, and that's what's important. So if you take a look at the gameplay that you're seeing on screen right now, you can tell that it looks a lot like a redone version of some of the older Call of Duties. There's no jetpacks, there's no crazy fast-paced action or anything like that. It's a little more tactical. Honestly, it reminds me a lot of Modern Warfare 2. If you guys have ever played Modern Warfare 2, you know how legendary of a game that was, and getting those vibes is just incredible. When I watched this gameplay, I got vibes of Modern Warfare 2 combined with Rainbow Six Siege, and honestly, that is a mashup that I would love to see. You can tell that the physics and everything is significantly more realistic than any Call of Duty we've seen in a very long time, and the game plays a lot more tactical than honestly any Call of Duty I remember playing. Think about it like this: Call of Duty back in the good old days was somewhat tactical-ish. It was definitely an arcade game, and it's never going to branch away from being an arcade shooter. However, it wasn't like Looney Tune goofy like it kind of transitioned to. After Black Ops 2, it really just got like crazy, over the top, way too arcadey for people's liking. From what we saw from the gameplay event the other day, it looks like they're taking a step in the complete opposite direction. Instead of getting more arcadey or maybe just a step back, it looks like they had a starting point of something like Modern Warfare 2 or something like that, and they made it a little more tactical than even that. It looks like they're taking Call of Duty as we used to love and branching it a little closer to something like Rainbow Six, a little bit more realistic, a little bit more tactical. Obviously, it is leaps and bounds away from being as realistic as something like Rainbow Six, but it looks like it is stepping in that direction, and that's something that personally I really like, and I think a lot of you guys are going to like as well. Now, I don't know if this is as important to you guys as it was to me, but when I was watching this event, every time I got to see a new weapon, it just brought a smile to my face, because every weapon that they included in the game, at least every weapon that they showed off in this gameplay event, was one of the most legendary weapons that we've ever had in video games. I mean, we got to see the legendary MP5, the MP7, the M4, the FAMAS, the AUG. There are so many weapons that I need to have in a modern shooter, and they seem to have everything. Obviously, we didn't get to see the entire weapons list, but we did see a huge chunk of it, and they all seem like amazing weapons that I cannot wait to play. When it comes to a shooter, a game like Call of Duty, weapons is very important. It seems like they really took a lot of time to see what people liked, the weapons that people wanted to see in the game, and then included them in the game. Something so simple can go so far. One thing that has always been frustrating about Call of Duty, it's always been a game that a lot of people have played. I've always had a lot of friends that played, but not all of my friends play on the same console, and that's always been really frustrating. Something amazing coming to Modern Warfare is that it will have crossplay. I, at this point, play pretty much exclusively on PC, and I have a lot of viewers and followers that play on Xbox, that play on, PlayStation. I'm going to be able to play with all of them because it has crossplay. This is probably the best feature they could have possibly added to the game, and this is one of the reasons why I think this will be so successful. You no longer have to play on the same console as your friends to play with them. It is really uniting the community and allowing a lot more people to actually enjoy the game. Now finally, let's take it back to one of the reasons why a lot of people have lost faith in Call of Duty, and that is quite simply microtransactions. In quite a few of the more recent Call of Duties, there's been this feeling of pay to win. I mean, I remember Advanced Warfare was terrible in that sense. There were weapon variants that you could only get from loot boxes, and you did not get nearly enough loot boxes to actually be able to get everything you wanted. So you either got really lucky or you had to dish out a lot of money for the chance to get this better weapon. And I do need to note that when I say better, I literally mean it does more damage. It is a superior weapon. The best weapon in the game is a variant that you actually have to get lucky and get. That is the definition of pay to win. There is so much wrong with Black Ops 4 and the Black Ops Pass and everything. It is so bad, but it really looks like they're listening to their community. Better late than never. I'm not making up for that. Honestly, they've been terrible in terms of, community support, but it really seems like they are listening to their community, and they're going to be doing significantly better with this game. They've already confirmed that there will be no season pass, meaning that everybody can play with each other. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I actually enjoy the multiplayer in Black Ops 4, and it is a game that I come back to and play every once in a while. The problem with it, though, is that I don't play it enough to actually justify spending money on the Black Ops Pass, so I have none of the DLC content. But the vast majority of people that are still playing Call of Duty Black Ops 4 at this point do have the Black Ops Pass, meaning that they're all playing on the custom maps and everything. So when I try to play, it is incredibly hard for me to find a match because they are in a completely different matchmaking pool as me. This is something that's going to be completely solved in Modern Warfare because everyone is going to be in the same matchmaking pool because everyone gets the same maps. All the maps and post-release content are going to be coming out as free updates for everybody. Once again, absolutely uniting the community, making it so much easier and more enjoyable for people to play the game. Now, obviously, $60 for the game is not going to be enough for them to update the game and everything like that. So there are going to be microtransactions. I'm sure there's going to be a battle pass. I'm sure there's going to be, some kind of store where you can buy cosmetics and stuff like that. But to me, that is so much better than having really segregating the community. I'm willing to pay money for a Black Ops Pass to get all this really cool stuff if it's a game that I'm already playing. And then if you guys don't want to spend money on the Black Ops Pass, guess what? Don't spend money on it. You're not going to be segregated from anybody else. You're just not going to have the cosmetics that they have. I feel like there are already so many reasons to believe that this Call of Duty will actually be really solid and really revive the franchise, and we haven't even seen the full gameplay reveal event yet. We've only seen one tiny little snippet, one game mode of the entire game that I feel like is a fraction of the new stuff to come, not to mention a remaster essentially of all the old stuff that we've come to expect. I cannot wait to see the game because I really feel like this is going to be revolutionary. But that does it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys for the support. Peace out.
Didn't come to my birthday party, rude, but they all found time to go fight the warrior. Like, this would be like some